Hey yo, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a community update stream with myself and PainGod. How are we doing today?
Still cold. Still winter.
Yes, can confirm it is freezing.
I have the biggest icicles hanging off the roof I've ever seen.
Yeah, those things are deadly. I remember the first time that I came to Chicago, and it was around winter time, and they put like billboards out, like watch out for the icicles and stuff. Yeah, you hear like icicles just dropping around as you're walking sometimes when it starts to warm up.
Yeah, it's the ice falling off the sides of the high rise. It actually kills a couple people every year. It's crazy.
Crazy, yeah. Crazy stuff. But yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe out there, wherever you guys are. I know that back in the UK, it has snowed a little bit recently as well. Not as much as here, but an unusual amount for the UK. So hope you're all staying nice and warm.
Well, all of Texas is unusual amount of snow there right now.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
crazy.
Hearts goes out to those in Texas. I've had a few tankers reach out from Texas, saying that they can't play at the moment. It's got no power. I'm sorry about that, guys. Put
Yeah.
it in my report for something. I'll see if I can see if we can do something nice for you guys. No promises or anything, but I will.
Oh,
I will.
I thought you were going to say fix their power. I'm like, how can I do that?
We're gonna do it. We're coming.
Yeah.
I'm,
We have a team in Austin, and they were without power, someone without water. It's horrible. Our hearts totally go out to them.
I am not a qualified electrician, so I am of no help, but I will provide comedic value if and where possible. Alrighty, so how's your week been this week, PainGod?
Nice and busy. Makes the week go fast. I was telling someone earlier, I love 3-day weekends, but 40 weeks are pain. You still try to cram 5 days of work in. But the game, is getting better every day. New stuff's going in. We have a whole bunch of stuff going on in Tuesday. You want to hear about that?
Absolutely. I think that's what every one of you would like to hear, definitely.
Probably the biggest thing on Tuesday is the 2 new maps, Vineyards and Highway. I hear there was a very nice stream about map by the designer yesterday. I was glad he was able to do it. I wasn't able to catch it myself. I was in meetings. I heard it went well. And we're continuing to work on more maps. We're going to put a new matchmaker test out on Tuesday, which should even the spread of the maps, how often you see the maps out, much more, and reduce the instances of some people getting back to back the same map. So looking forward to that. We did remove the assault mode from the 3 maps that it was on, because that was part of the problems with getting map repeats, because when assault was picked, since it was only on 3 maps, it was reducing the number of the pool of maps to choose from. So we have that off starting Tuesday as a test. We've added the maps to more of the battle tiers to give a greater variety for every tier. We've moved spawns around on 7 of the maps to address balance issues. Let's see what else. We're the consumable 50% off sale is ending, and we're slashing the base cost of the consumables to that 50% price. So that will be the base price of consumables going forward, and we're putting together as soon as possible, probably the week after next, bundles of consumables that you can get at an even greater discount. So thanks for your patience with us testing on that.
Yes.
I'm very, very happy to say that the green-purple colorblind option will be in on Tuesday. I'll be honest and tell you it was almost blue-purple colorblind, but thank you. Some people gave feedback from a stream and some of the community contributors, and we're able to get that changed and turned around today. There's balance changes to handful of tanks. a couple of the Bulldogs, and I don't remember the other ones off the top of my head, but the super test review of the changes were positive. We've now set up a prompt to ask you what currency you want to resupply your consumables when you're equipping them from the reserve.
In the chat right now, everyone's like, "This all sounds amazing." It's great stuff.
Those simplified module and crew damage icons for what we call the tank dial on the bottom left that I showed the last week or the week before, those will be in on Tuesday. It makes them a lot more readable. I'm also very happy to say that tank class and tank name is added to the MVP screen, and the MVP screen should no longer occasionally be blank. It sucks when you got the MVP and then your name's not even there. It's like, that. So glad to fix that. There's been an improvement to anti-aliasing on the trees that was causing the ghosting, the blur as you turned on the original Xbox One. So I'm hoping to hear that that has been, a fix for most players. The default furthest out post-mortem cam for when you're in death and you're viewing other tanks, pull that out because it was down too close and you couldn't really see what was going on around you. You can still zoom in on it to get closer to the tank if you want to check out the tank. We're adding a new commander skill, rollover recovery, which reduces your flip time by 50% for those you like tankers that find yourself upside down frequently, like me. This didn't affect many people, but it was really annoying. So when you brought up the radio dial to communicate some messages to other players, if you were in the handbrake control scheme, it was popping up the player profile information instead of setting.
That was on PlayStation, wasn't it? That was a really random thing for some of the PlayStation players.
Yeah. But tracked that down and got that fixed. There's dozens and dozens of more fixes going out. Those were just the highlighted ones that really caught my eye that I wanted to tell you about. Other things going on. Tank Commander PvE made its return yesterday. There was about 15,000 battles so far. We're studying all the stats and usage and earns like always, and evaluating if there's any changes we need to be. PvP, tank commander versus tanker will be making its return in the near future. We're just polishing that up and fixing bugs with that. Let's see what's going on. We continue to we're wrapping up the work on the next season. That'll be coming. It contains a premium tank and a medium line from PC that folks have been asking for. That's all I'm allowed to say. We'll give you a lot more detail next week. So wrapping up that season, focusing on, again, a slew of readability, HUD issues. I think we have a pretty good design and plan now for usability of the tech trees, specifically the premium tech tree. I think I have somewhere on my schedule next week the mega map screen, usability of that, improving that. So we're kicking off the design for that next week. There's lots going on.
That's a lot there already. A few of the big ones being obviously the colorblind green purple. I know the guys are going to really appreciate that. Some of the more smaller annoying things like the PlayStation capture, I think it is, or share, the PlayStation share button where it goes to file, things like that. I will be sure to get this all typed up for you guys, just as for those of you that want to read over and kind of recap what we said. I'll make sure to post that on the forums afterwards as well. But we'll find out kind of more details next week on Tuesday. Good stuff. I'm just trying to flick through a few of the questions. Let's see what we've got here. We got the we got the obligatory +1 -1 post in there. it's pretty regular these days now. It seems to be coming quite regularly, so hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Seen a few questions about platoons. I I think a few people are interested, and I will make sure to put this in my report as well. A few people are interested in whether 5-man platoons will ever make a return or anything like that. I'll be sure to do a little bit of research for you guys on that and stick it in my old report.
I can speak to that a little bit. I won't say never return. It very drastically affects team balance when you have the 5-player platoons and mixing the number of platoons. Right now, with us trying to address the map rotation issues, we really can't be throwing other variables into that. At the same time, we're going to be looking at how tank weights affect matchmaking next, because that also affects the balance of the matchup against the two teams. But I can tell you that there's a programmer that is just doing pretty much nothing but matchmaker changes, test. We have a set of servers set up with bots that just run simulation of matches over and over again for us to study before we release the test out to you guys in the wild. So I'm not saying they're never returning, just they're not going to return in the near future as we tackle these other things.
I love these streams so much. You've got a brilliant oversight on these sorts of things, so we get extra insight which we wouldn't normally get. So hopefully you guys appreciate that response. And now, of course, in the chat, there's a bunch of people saying keep 3-man platoons. So, as I'm sure you guys watching the stream could see it, like this is exactly the debate. It's some people like it, some people prefer it as it is at the moment. It's just one of those things. What else have we got?
When you have a game that's this big and played by that many players, right? It all means different things to different people, and they play different ways. I always joke that when there's in games that I play, when there's challenges to complete with, you got to complete with your friend in a squad. I'm like, I have no friends because I'm just kind of like a solo player. I play at random times. I can't really coordinate with somebody else. Everybody plays a little bit differently and has different needs and wants from a game, especially one of this scale. So I understand that. I wish I could have options for everybody, but then we just melt matchmaker completely.
Yeah. Another question I see come up pretty much every stream, and I'm seeing it again now, is mercenary contracts. I believe we've answered it a few times, but I don't know if you have an update or anything for the chat.
They will return, I promise. I just don't have a date for you right now because other things, many of the things that we've been talking about these past couple of months, have taken a higher priority to get fixed or get implemented. So it's in the queue. They'll be coming back. I promise you. I just don't have an exact time frame for it yet.
Absolutely. There's a bunch of other questions on there I've seen for you guys. I will look into all of them as I always do. But I think we've answered a lot of these ones. Some of them we can't answer. Some of them you're gonna have to wait and see with them. We don't break news unless we're allowed to.
Well, I kind of do, but I have to respect PR and marketing being able to get their big beats out.
I was just reminded as well on the chat as well about the consumables as well. That's a big piece of news as well. On Tuesday, they're going to be that price now. The current discounted price will remain the price going forward. So hopefully you guys really enjoy that.
Yeah, we did, with Liam's help. We did a poll saying, what if we put the price back halfway, or what if we extended, increase the recharge time. There's a lot of other suggestions, like give a 90-second recharge time on the smalls. So there's still a lot of studying of the data and the usage of them, but we see they've totally stabilized with the 50% off price. So we know that's working right now, and that's favorable. And I just couldn't find in my heart to put a price back upward. So the easiest thing to do was just say, okay, that's the price going forward. So we did that.
Cool beans. Seen a bunch of questions about the garage as well. We'll have to see about that, guys. I've definitely seen it in the chat. I know a few of you guys have would like to see something a little bit different in the future. But I just wanted to let you guys know I've seen the questions and I'm aware of it.
Yeah, that's something that we're doing a number of different experiments on it now. We heard you. It's too desolate. It's too depressing. It's too dark. We heard you, and we're trying a number of different treatments to get it back to being, more of a happy, shiny trophy place than it is right now. So we hear you. There is a team of people working on it, and hopefully I'll be able to give you sneak peeks in the near future.
Well, that's exciting stuff. Very good. Seen some stuff from a regular on the streams as well about clans. Great Graham. I always like to call you out when I see you. Nice guy. Can't say anything. Just it's something I will keep striving towards. I love competitive play. Hopefully soon. I know you guys have been so patient, but soon TM. Kill. All right. I don't think I have anything else on my end. Like I said to everybody, I'll get all this typed up, put it on the forums, and I'll be back with you guys on Monday for insider information. And I'll stick around again on Monday like I do with a nice cup of tea or a coffee, and I'll answer all of your questions if I'm able to. Before we go, PainGod, is there anything else you have for the community?
I don't think so. Thanks again. Thanks everybody for anniversary week last week. I hope you enjoyed the festivities and the free tank. I really look forward to the new season, launching in a few weeks. See how players reacted to that. It's another classic World of Tanks season. There's no tie-in with. I was just about to say somebody's copyrighted name or material, so I'll stop myself. But no, it's much like Winter Warriors. It's a classic World Tanks theme with the new tech tree line coming.
So yeah, guys. Another. I just nearly spoil it as well. And another kind of season, kind of tailored towards the feedback which you guys have given us. So hopefully you like it as well. From what I've seen and from what I've tested with my community super testers, again we had some good feedback for for what we were working on with that. In particular, the maps. The maps were of a very high standard of fun. Vineyards is excellent.
We moved the sun on highway because the players that won spawn in the test were like, the sun's blinding me, and so we're like, well, that would happen in real life, but then that team gets a disadvantage, so we put the sun higher in the sky so it wouldn't be right in your eyes as you spawn.
I did notice that with BAM.
It's great that we're in an age of video games where that can actually, a real life thing can actually be simulated in the game, and you go, oh, get the sun out of my eyes. Where's my visor?
Yeah, that's a legit tactic. That coming with the sun at your back, into somebody with the sun in their face. But obviously,
well, that actually would kind of be a cool scenario for assault game mode when that returns, or maybe we can do that in some of the custom games maps. Putting. I don't know. Do you put the defender or the attacker on the disadvantage with the sun? We'll send your feedback. We'll talk to your friendly neighborhood map designer that you heard from yesterday and see what we can do.
Cool beans. Sounds good. Alrighty. I think that's everything I've got. It's really nice to see you guys. TIE Fighter, saw a bunch of your questions. I will get in touch with you about some of them. Who else have we got here? Lady Obscura is in the chat. We got Modern Call Out. Nice to see you guys. Lady Obscura cracking the Star Wars jokes there. It's good to see. Yeah, cheers everyone for coming along. Like I said, I will see you guys on Monday. We will do our regular insider information. And then we will play through on Tuesday, play through the new update. And we'll look at doing some giveaways for you guys. Yeah. We've forgotten Mr. Tank Stars again as well. How are we doing today, Tank Stars in the background?
Yeah, how's it going, everyone?
These days, I will be courteous and introduce you as well. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Alrighty. It's about time we got on out of here. So goodbye from me, and thank you everybody for coming.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
All right, take care, everyone.